Ever heard of a car that costs less than the grand? I mean, it's practically unheard of, right?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's called the Tata Nano. Looks a bit like a jelly bean on wheels, actually.
It does. Kind of cute, though, in a quirky way. But that little car is just the tip of the iceberg when we're talking about Ratan Tata. We're driving deep into his world today.
Buckle up, because we're talking about a company that makes, well, practically everything.
Seriously, tea, software, steel, those adorable little nanos, you name it, there's probably a Tata brand on it somewhere.
What's fascinating about Ratan Tata is how he bridges the gap between tradition and, well, revolution, He wasn't handed a company, he inherited a legacy.
It's true. The Tata family is practically woven into the fabric of India. But can you imagine that kind of pressure to not just run a company, but to live up to its history?
It's a lot to live up to. And his upbringing, it wasn't just about business deals and profits. Imagine growing up surrounded by the inner workings of a massive company. We're talking childhood around boardroom tables.
No kidding. And then, on top of that, the education. Schooling in India, New York, even Harvard.
That's a recipe for a unique perspective, that's for sure.
Talk about a well-traveled education.
Yeah.
So 1991 rolls around and he takes over Tata Sons. Now, you'd think, okay, time to double down on steel mills, right?
Stick to what you know.
But no. He buys Tetley,
Wait, as in Tetley Tea? The British company?
the one and only. It's like buying the Queen's morning cuppa.
That's a power move right there. What's the strategy there?
Well, Tetley had this incredible global network, which is exactly what a company looking to expand needs, right?
Ah, so it's not just about the tea, it's about the reach.
Exactly. It was a chess move nobody saw coming. But while we're on the topic of the Tata Empire, let's talk scope for a second. We got Tata Steel, Tata Motors.
Don't forget Tata Consultancy Services. They're huge GE in the IT world.
Massive. I mean, someone listening right now has probably used their software without even realizing it.
Probably. It's incredible the reach they have. And it's more than just owning a bunch of companies. It's vertical integration, right?
Control the whole process.
Exactly. They can control the steel for their cars, the software for their services, even the tea we might be drinking right now.
It's mind-boggling. And then, of course, there's Jaguar Land Rover.
Those were huge acquisitions. I mean, those are iconic brands.
Talk about making a statement. But then, on the flip side, you have the Tata Nano, the people's car.
No, that was a passion project.
Totally. It wasn't about luxury. It was about changing lives. Aiming a car at people who usually get around on scooters, that's revolutionary.
It's about accessibility. And for all its complexities, you have to admit that the Nano represents Tata's commitment to social responsibility.
Absolutely. It wasn't just about the bottom line. It was about making a difference. And that commitment, it goes way beyond cars.
Oh, yeah.
He invests in startups, supports all sorts of social causes. It's like he's playing the long game, thinking about the future.
Totally. Ratan Tata really challenges that image of the cutthroat business tycoon, doesn't he? He shows that success and social impact don't have to be at odds with each other.
Exactly. It's about more than just profits. It's about ethical leadership. So next time you see a Jaguar on the road, think about the man who made it possible. A man who grew up with the legacy of Tata, had a global vision, and still held on to the idea of affordable transportation for everyone.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What kind of impact can one person have?
That's the question we should all be asking ourselves. How can we blend success with responsibility in our own lives and careers?
It's about realizing that even small actions can ripple outwards and make a real difference. And that's a powerful idea.